Hey beauties, welcome back to Soul Media, where we talk about marketing and motivational tips to help you and your business grow. Today, we are going to be talking about Fenty Beauty. I love Rihanna. I've been a fan of Rihanna since I was young, like most people are. I heard about Fenty Beauty on YouTube. A lot of beauty influencers and makeup artists were talking about her product launch. Fenty Beauty launched in September 2017, so that's almost 2 years ago. So when Fenty Beauty launched in September, it sold out in hours. Like, it was pretty freaking quick, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that Rihanna is, a really popular celebrity. A lot of people were curious about her product, and when they saw that she came out with 40 shades, which is the most inclusive that any makeup brand had done at the time apart from L'Oreal, it was definitely something that a lot of people were curious about. So of course, many people talked about it, especially in the social media space. What makes Fenty Beauty so successful? And I'm gonna narrow it down to about 3. Obviously, there's so many that makes it very successful, but I'm gonna do the 3 most powerful things that I see that makes her brand stand out. And of course, I'm not gonna get into like product and packaging because all of that definitely plays a part. Her products are very minimal and very Instagram worthy, I feel. So it has a very cool aesthetic, and I think that a lot of millennials and people online gravitate towards that. It's definitely not the most important thing, but it definitely helps. A lot of celebrities start makeup lines, including Jessica Simpson, Melania Trump. She's also started a makeup line. Snooki, Lindsay Lohan also. And just because you're a celebrity, it doesn't necessarily mean that your product will be successful. These 3 reasons that I'm about to say are the real reasons why Fenty Beauty was such a massive success. So the first thing is her inclusivity. Before Fenty Beauty, no other brand apart from L'Oreal has included so many shades and so many ranges in their products before, especially as a first launch. Like, this is her first launch and she decided to come out with 40 shades. It's insane. Rihanna was trying to cover a gap in the market where women of color were struggling, or we were struggling. I feel like we're, at a better place now that we're being thought of a little bit more. The fact that she came out with so much in such a wide variety of tones and shades was definitely something that was necessary. She definitely kept that in mind and solved a problem that is in the industry today. And the products themselves are good quality. So the next portion of why Fenty was so successful was in the influencers. People on the list are Jeffree Star with millions of followers and subscribers on YouTube and on Instagram, Jackie Aina, Patricia Bright. Honestly, a lot of YouTubers were talking about it.
My dream for Fenty Beauty is that girls fall in love with it, but also from a pro standpoint. I want makeup artists all over the world to really appreciate it.
Influencer marketing not only brings about buzz about your product, about your launch, but it also helps to enforce that social proof. If your favorite influencers are talking about a product, that brings more buzz around that product, and essentially it gives people an incentive to try it because their favorite influencers has. The third point, and this is the last point, the content that Fenty Beauty produces, because they embrace like social media very well, and I feel like millennials like myself can definitely like kind of relate. I see it a lot when brands sort of come off very robotic and it's very like static, and there's no connection in a sense. And it's so important to embrace your audience, understand them really well on social media. It's so important because that's going to increase engagement, that's going to increase likes, that's going to increase followers, and that's going to increase your overall brand presence online. So I feel like Fenty Beauty's journey can inspire you and your business in a lot of different ways, because those 3 reasons that I've just mentioned, you can implement in your business as well. You don't necessarily have to be Rihanna with millions of dollars and millions of followers. You can utilize these exact methods on a more smaller scale. Influencers. Yes, I did name the biggest influencers in the game right now, but it does not necessarily mean that you can't use influencers. You just have to use them on a micro scale. I would consider micro-influencers to be around 5,000 to 100,000. Like, that's the range that I would say micro-influencers would be in. And this is very difficult because there are so many influencers out there at the moment. You can use different softwares to help you find influencers, but if you are totally plugged into your market, you should sort of be able to find these influencers fairly easily. Or you can hire someone to do that for you, like Soul Media. It's literally what we do. We handle all of the digital marketing strategies and planning and execution for our beauty brands. But let's say, for instance, you don't want to hire a marketing agency, you want to do this all on your own. I personally, when I had my beauty brand in the past, when I started it, I looked on YouTube. YouTube is a lot easier to me to find influencers because you can see the amount of subscribers they have. So when I was searching for micro-influencers, I looked on YouTube first. And at the time I was selling like hair extensions and wigs. So I would literally just Google like wig review, hair extension review 2019, and it would show me a list of different, people that I can look into. If I were to send them my product, I would want them to review it either on YouTube or on Instagram or on both. So I just want to make sure that the engagement's going really well on both platforms, and it just looks like a really decent account. You can get a good sense of if an influencer has a good engagement just by looking at like the comments and the amount of likes that they're getting. And it's really good to like go over those profiles just to make sure that the engagement is good and it's not just random people commenting. It just looks like active, people following and commenting. Another thing that you can do for your business is embrace the meme culture, embrace your audience, embrace them and give them a reason to want to be on your social media. Give them a reason to engage. It doesn't always have to be sell, sell, sell. It can be here's a laugh here, here's an inspiration there, check this out, I think this is really cool here. And maybe once a week you'll throw in a, hey, like visit my website for 20% off or whatever. When taking a look at Fenty Beauty's Twitter, you can see that there's a lot of memes, a lot of funny videos or GIFs or just things that can help to get a funny or a good reaction out of her audience. And then she'll throw in, a post about her product, either in a funny way or in a more serious manner. But you just want to make sure that you're getting a more positive reaction out of your audience, whether it's a laugh, inspiration, something good that will help them to engage with you better. If you have more questions on how to understand your audience or who your audience is, you can send me an email at info@soulmediamarketing.com. I'll leave it there. So yeah, if you have any questions about how to market your brand on social media more, then definitely shoot me an email. I'd love to set up a call. If you don't have any questions, just comment a hey and I'll comment back. Also, if you want to, please join the Beauty Boss Facebook group. I'll leave a link for that down below. I'm on there all the time answering questions, so you can join me on there too. We provide a lot of marketing and motivational tips like I do here on this channel, but it's more tailored to your specific needs, wants, or problems, or etc. So really cool place to be. So I'll see you there if you want to join. Pretty much it for this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!